Good afternoon. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. So, y'all know my heater broke. Well, the temperature went down overnight and I didn't know it until I got here the next morning and it was 68 and it caused... Alright you guys, I made it back home and I got what I needed, but it was a little bit of a crazy experience. So I got the glass lids cut, and as I was gone, the lids came. And look at this. This is like literally how the box was. So I hope they're not broken. So here's all the glass. So I got to Lowe's and I brought me a little template of what I needed them to cut the glass measurements at. And the guy was not wanting to do that. Apparently it was not his day to work at the glass cutting and the other guy had left. And he just kind of smirked and laughed, and then he wouldn't say nothing to me the whole time. They ended up cutting them, and I guess they'll fit. Hopefully they will. So we'll check that out. And I've got to go get my other lids, and I'll be back. Alright guys, so I come back up here to bring my lids to the basement. So reverse back a little bit earlier. While I was eating lunch, the UPS person dropped these lids off, and basically they come up to the porch and just dropped them from probably like 5 feet in the air, because I could hear them hit the ground. By the time I come out here, they had left. And the box was open. I come here to open up the lids and I have 8 of them. 6 were good and 2 were broken. Just shattered. Super irritating, y'all. Super irritating. I tried to call UPS and of course you cannot talk to a live person at all, and I had to file a claim. So we'll see if that does anything. Alright, so I called and made a claim. I think they're going to send me some new lids, hopefully. Yeah, anyways, moving on. My husband's down here. We're working on the shelving, getting it going. So here we go. Hopefully it'll go well. They've got the platforms made and we're trying to find a happy median on where to put the bottom shelf and the top shelf. We gotta have enough room to get in between them. And I don't want them too high, I don't want them too low, so yeah, you got a small window. I got my lids on, finally.
So, because even though I have this, it's still...
I got them covered up because we've got sawdust flying everywhere. Update. Got the melamine on.
Now that'll cut you, I'm just going to tell you.
What will?
This.
Uh-oh.
So it's super sharp.
Yeah. Aren't you going to put something over it?
Well, that's what that'll cover. The oak on it, or the cedar, or whatever we put on the face.
Okay.
So we're at the point now that we're ready to do. We've got everything level as best as possible. Now my question to you is, do you want the post to set up a little higher?
How are they going to be sitting?
Notched out. That's how it's going to set, like this right here. So do you want this post to stick up a little ways? No? Okay.
No.
So you just want it to be flush?
Yeah, like that. We have changes down here. Progress.
Thanks.
We've got to pick up our tanks today, maybe. We got to get another power strip for the bottom down here. We've got one power strip under here. Trying to minimize our wires showing. We've got the pump here. I think I'm going to put some pothos in between the plants. This is a fake one, but just kind of represent what it's going to look like. And I think that'll look really nice. Maybe put some plants across the top. This is going to be my display wall. I think it's going to look good over here. Putting heaters in. And I've got to get some more sponge filters. And I have just discovered that my Delta Green guppy is having her fry. Dropping her fry, that's the technical term. But there is probably 3 in here. So that's really good. I'm excited about that. These guppies come from a really awesome breeder. And they are beautiful. And I only have a pair of them, so very excited. So I think while she has her babies, I'm going to turn the lights down just a little bit. A little bit less stress on them. And we'll see how many she has. She's a bigger fish, so I'm not sure how many she's going to have. I think when I go get the aquariums today, I'm going to get one of the larger power cords right here. Got this at Harbor Freight. A lot of spacing between the outlets really like that. I think there's 8 on there. We'll put one down the bottom. So we drilled a hole back here to put all of our cords down and kind of dropped them through there. 2 more lids are on the way from where they cracked. All right, my next step is room cleanup, and then we're going to get the aquariums, and I'll probably start cycling the water next week when I can get a hold of the sponge filters. I'm either gonna order them off of a website, probably where I got the heaters, or I'm gonna get them at my local store, which is out right now. The lady said that they're gonna be here next week, but she didn't know how many they're gonna have, and that somebody else is coming to pick up some, so I don't know if there'll be enough. I'm trying to decide whether to order them or not. But after that, we'll get everything set up and get moving along. Break time. And it's raining today, y'all. Rainy, rainy day. Oh, I got my lights. Hopefully they're not broke. All right, you guys, it's late, but we have discovered something amazing.
Look off the reflection of the
wow.
glass.
Oh, wow.
No.
They still have their little eggs.
The pleco has had a bunch of babies. So this is the male pleco. The female goes in there and lays eggs, and the male fans over them, and they have hatched, and there is a bunch in there. We are probably going to move them to another tank so they do not get eaten in this community tank. Transfer time. We're going to get the plecos out and put them in one of the tanks in the basement before the eel gets to him. He's already scouting them out.
Let me have it. And when you pick it up, I'm going to put that jar down in there. And you're going to drop it all in there so they never come out of the water.
All in
You know
good
what I'm saying?
theory, right? We're hoping this works.
Does that make sense?
Is that pleco still in there?
Yep.
You know what?
Easy does it. You just set her right down in there.
Probably have to dump a little water out.
Easy does it.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Ah!
Dropping it.
Okay. Now,
You gotta get the net put up.
get the net.
Pick that up out of it.
She'll sit down, you can pick it up.
There is a whole bunch of baby plecos. That is so cool. We would have taken the pleco and the eggs out earlier and brought them down here, but we didn't know there was eggs in there. It's kind of a surprise. So, kind of a last minute thing here. Good afternoon. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. So I don't know when the last time I spoke to you guys. It's probably been a couple days. We have had a busy last couple days getting things going in here. Had a few little issues, so I'll go into that in just a second. I have got some supplies to put in the aquarium. I've got some darker pea gravel here. Excuse the mess. We've got a lot going on from the basement. It's actually a darker gravel than the other stuff that I have. I have like a lighter pea gravel, and this is like a darker brown. I think it's gonna look really good. And just got back from the aquarium store. Got some filters, some medicine, and just a few different things. All right, I'm gonna show you guys what happened. It's almost time for dinner. I've got bread ready. I've got to make some calzones, so I'm trying to hurry, but I've got to do a water change. So, yeah, I also got to check on Seth's baby plecos. But look what happened to my big tank. Yeah, okay. So, y'all know my heater broke. Well, the temperature went down overnight, and I didn't know it until I got here the next morning, and it was 68, and it caused ick on my fish. The goldfish were the ones that were presenting with the ick, and I kind of freaked out. So yesterday I went to a local box store, something called Ick Guard by Tetra. Oh, I'll show you guys what it looks like. This right here. Do not ever use that. It does not work. So I took this water up and had it tested, and everything's good in it. We just have a bacteria bloom, which is okay. It's going to clear up on its own. But I've got some stuff that's going to help the ick. So, yeah. Not going to ever use that again. Poor choice. So this is what I got. I got a lot of stuff from Aquarium Co-op, and I ordered some of my heaters and my shrimp eggs and some different things like that, and he mentioned an Ick-X. Well, I got this at the aquarium store. It's called Procure by Aqualife. He said it's the exact same thing. So he said this is going to work. I got a big old bottle of it. So I got to do a water change first, then we're going to dose it with that. Hopefully everything will be cured in the next 5 days. Now, it happens. It's not like I have nasty fish or anything like that. It can happen. It can be in people's aquariums, and it can just happen from a stressor, like a bunch of new fish or temperature drop, like what happened with me. So we're going to get that handled, because fish aren't usually going to die right away. It could take 2 weeks, and I just noticed it. So yeah, we're going to fix that. But in the meantime, let's take a peek at Seth's plecos. So some of the plecos have come out, and you can see them. They're on some of these surfaces in the tank. They're on the rock. They are swimming. They've been on the heater. We've gotten them some algae wafers to eat, because there's not a lot of algae in this tank. This is a new tank, but we've got them some things to eat. So yeah, they're doing really good. So these bristlenose plecos, they're super cool. They've originated from like the South American regions, and they mate usually in the rainy season. So plecos need like a slightly cooler climate for mating, and they're going to need some hiding spaces, like this little thing right here, this little terracotta thing. You have to have like the right conditions. There are small things you can do, like for instance, like changing the water, or setting the water flow, or kind of altering their diet, and that kind of helps jumpstart things. This pair was a lemon blue-eyed bristlenose pleco. That's a big mouthful. And the other one was a albino bristlenose pleco. So we're going to see what these little babies will turn out to be. So the male pleco kind of guides them for some time, and he keeps them inside the cave. And he'll take care of the cleaning and the safety of the fry for the next few days. So usually by the end of the first week, your newborn plecos, they're going to be ready to get out of the cave. And then you can put them in another tank or let them stay in the same one, depending on, you know, your choice. So I'm fixing to do about a 20% water change, then I'm going to dose the tank. Right, I've acquired a helper. I got the stuff in my tank, and hopefully we'll see some improvement by tomorrow on the bacterial bloom and mostly the ick for sure. And one goldfish doesn't have very much on him, the lighter one, but the other two do on the tails. That one especially right here has the most. I don't notice it on any of the guppies or plecos or corridoras, so hopefully this is going to do the trick. This week I'll be working on cleaning all the gravel. I've got to wash it all. I've got to get the tanks cleaned out before I put the gravel in, and then we'll be filling up water, get the sponge filters going, and starting to cycle these and going from there. So I hope you guys have a blessed week, and I will see you soon.